A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
'43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. Later one. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check 43. Alert 3.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Card out a throw. Pretty move. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Go. Watch the slant. 51, Mike 51.
Throwing his car on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now second and 6.
Ready? 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep. .500. It's his 499th reception.
Ready? Right. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
58 for Mike. Defense wins check. Check 52.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go. Henry. Yeah, let's go set lunch. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Tight down. There you go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
The 1st down carry by Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
X3, 218, chop, under 10, 10.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down,
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. The kick by Joseph is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I know he ain't got it. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up, keep it up.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Murray from midfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Murray again. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Draw play. Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
First down, a run with Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking from the gun, it's Carr. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Go. Mike 57. Mike 57. There's a party now. Check 13. Check 13.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Murray now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass.
1st down, Murray. Going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
To throw his car, and he completes it to Cohen. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
You can't block me.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Get out the field, defense. 57. Mike, 57. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, check Mike, 57. Mike, Hayward. All right, T, let's go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the first down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a handoff working right. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
50 seconds to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Let's get it. Down. 280. 43 to Mike. 93. Push him back. Mike, 40.
From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
3 bucks. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and a couple, Murray. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Murray now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Not a wolf. Mike 57. I got you. You're almost. 22. Check.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Murray now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Kroft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You get blocked, huh? You get blocked, me. SOS.
From the 27, Murray. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. What? Go. Here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get
back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. To throw is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
57, Mike 57.
First throw of overtime for Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And that changes everything here in OT. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Watch this outlaw. So you got deep. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends. Go. 4 down. Alert. Nice 57. 57's mine. There we go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. To throw again on second down. Murray, there goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
for whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home.